Hi, and welcome to Magic Scanner website, a fundamental stock selector for KLSE and SGX financial market. You're about to learn the secrets to raking in double to triple digit return per annum in trading or investing, no matter how much time you've had to prepare. It doesn't matter if you've never had any past experience or education, this Magic Scanner will tell you everything you need to know without spending too much brain power. This is unlike any tool you'll find out there. It's the edge that most analysts and fund managers want or have. Go ahead and get yours now.
Good morning to all you like members, premium members, and also the fellow members of the public. All right, welcome to another Friday Chart Clinic. Welcome to this show in here. Okay, we got some stocks coming in here. Some people want to look at me. FCW. All right, Henry. No problem, no problem. Okay. All right. Welcome. Okay. Just announcement. We are doing our preview for our master the main course. I know I'm doing a bit of promotion in here. We still got a couple of seats left for the master the market main course, which will be happening on November 9, 10, 11. For our past graduates, or those who have attended, we encourage you. If those of you who wish to re-attend, you can re-attend back for a small fee. For those of you who are still considering, especially those who've been coming to my Friday chart clinic, we are doing our master the market main course on November 9, 10 and 11, which is only a month away. So we are heavily promoting now to our during our Friday chart clinic in here. For those of you who came last Saturday during our investor club, we did 45-minute live to live preview for that one. So we are doing our next master the market preview on the 23rd of October on Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. This is a course that we only do it twice a year, and some people did ask me that they want to know how I pick stocks, and this is where it will be reviewed. You will get the VSA filter, the 18-day line change filter, the meta stocks, and a whole lot of them, and how we actually look at the market, plus a 3-month premium membership for that. So do consider for some of you who want to elevate yourself to the next level to be a very good trader. Now this course, remember, it's not for everybody. Okay, so that is why we like to screen through you, and you must have a bit of experience coming into this course. However, if you don't but aspire to be a good trader, Bill and myself are happy enough to give you a one-day one-on-one briefing just before the main course for this, which is happening on November 9, to get you up to speed, because we want you to benefit this coming rally that we should see towards to the next 3 months into the year end. Because if you do miss this one, the next one will be how do I say it? Next year, April, right? Many people has benefited in the housewives, students, and as a matter of fact, a lot of their parents has sent people to their children to our course. Okay. All right, Henry, good. Okay, Benelec, Richard wanted me to talk about Benelec. Okay, so take note of that. The invitation should be sent out very soon, so watch out for that one, which is the webinar preview of our Master the Market main course. Now, before we go on to the questions, perhaps you can still read it on here, but I'll just pass you on to if you have any stocks you want me to take a look at, please send it to me now. Meanwhile, I'll pass it to Bill, are you ready, Bill? Bill's just going to give you a quick update what's happening here. More update this evening at our 4:15 closing bell. You can attend it live, and make sure you do so and sign up for that one. All right, here you go.
Good morning, everybody. Bill here. Okay, first thing I want to mention is last night we had a really an incredible rally in the Dow Jones, the S&P, the Russell, the New York Stock Exchange. Some were up almost 3%. The Dow was up over 300 points. So the question is this the beginning of something new? Or is this just sort of a short covering rally? Or what is it? Well, here's the issue. Number one, we're going into the earnings season in the U.S. now. Some of the major banks are reporting earnings, the major corporations. So if those earnings disappoint, I would say that we're going to have another correction in the Dow, and that affects markets worldwide. Now, last night I was watching the Dow futures, the S&P futures, and in my opinion, based on the volume, this was a short covering rally. The shorts were trapped. There was a rumor that Boehmer has been speaking with Obama to resolve the debt crisis, the government shutdown crisis, and just on talk alone, it created a panic in the market, and the shorts had to rush to cover. So if you were in the market, I was not in the market, but if you were in the market, definitely you would have been out by the end of the day. So I don't read too much into this at this moment. So until something definite comes out of the Congress and Obama, I will be wary of chasing this market up, and that includes the KLSC. So don't get caught in the trap. But what has happened in Malaysia, in the Asian markets, there's been a tremendous amount of short selling because they feel the world is going to come to an end, so they short sell. So I don't buy into that. And now here's what I do buy into. I just finished a book. It was a great book by Seth Klarman. It's called The Margin of Safety. It's one of the best books ever written. And Seth Klarman, he manages 50 billion in funds in the U.S. And he's so famous and so good that he has not accepted any new money for the last 5 years. His average return over 20 years has been about 13.5%. So he's done very well. And in the book, he mentions a triangle, the triangle of getting rich in the market. And it's not by trading in and out, syndicate trading, con man shares, warrants, and that sort of thing. It's about the triangle of wealth building, which includes value is one part of the triangle, value, the second is growth, and the third are dividends. So he looks at it, he wants to see all of those three things before he buys a share. And that is actually what Martin and I do. We look at that, and we don't just simply buy a share because it pays a good dividend. We look at the value, we look at the growth. Now let's translate that into how we can make money immediately on that. Well, as you may know, we subscribe to a magazine called Money Week from the UK. It's one of Britain's best-selling financial magazine, very objective, they pull no punches, and they are right on the long-term trends. And what they're saying this week, this article just came out, the issue came out, he said, Merkel's victory will give a boost to European markets. Angela Merkel, this has been a tremendous uncertainty as to who would win the German election. Now that is very, very bullish Europe. And in fact, most of the very large fund managers and the talking heads on TV are saying buy Europe, buy European shares. Now that is fine maybe for the short term. However, there's one prong of the triangle that is missing, and that is growth. And Europe has negative growth they've had for the last few years because of socialism, because of very high taxation, because of bailouts of Greece, and now some of the other countries are looking for bailouts. They're just not growing. Their entitlements are so large, their free healthcare, free education, that they just don't have the money to really finance growth. So I see that's one problem in the triangle. And the shares that were recommended in Money Week, and I'm not recommending any of these shares, by the way, are shares that don't pay dividends or very low dividends. So you're missing another prong of the triangle. So let's look at this a little bit further. With Merkel, that election is assured. Now you're going to see more QE, quantitative easing in Europe. And this will boost shares in the short term. However, instead of investing in Europe with low growth and no dividends, my suggestion is move over to Asia. Countries like Thailand will benefit. Um, Malaysia will benefit because they supply a lot of things to the European market. The trade is there. Growth is here. In Malaysia, you have that growth prong on the Seth Klarman triangle, wealth building triangle. You have growth, you have dividends, and you have value. You have all three parts of it. Europe is missing two of those. So I would say this is quite bullish. And going back, so in this case, continue to invest in high quality Malaysian shares that fit that Seth Klarman wealth building triangle, and do that, and you'll be fine. You'll be very happy going in at least for the next 2 or 3 months. You'll be very happy. Don't get panicked. Don't get scared. It looks like they're finally talking. Obama is now talking to Walmart, the head of the House of Representatives in the U.S. government. So that's happening. They're talking. So that's a good sign. Will it happen? It hasn't happened yet. So in that sense, I do wish you a great week ahead. And don't worry. Don't get caught in a panic. And I can say there's going to be a lot of short covering here in Malaysia. A lot of the big hedge funds and foreign funds have been short selling Malaysian shares. Well, I can promise you they're quite worried after what happened yesterday. So there's going to be some panic among the short sellers, and this will boost the shares that we are holding in our client portfolios. And having said that, I wish you guys a great weekend, and save your money and invest it wisely. Okay.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill. Okay, as usual, Bill does give a comprehensive outlook in here. Now, the next part that I have is a very interesting question that was sent out by one of our reader, so-called, and I just want to share with you and attempt to answer. It's a very long question in here. He said, "Hi, by profession, I'm a ONG. Anybody know what's ONG means? Engineer? Anybody know what's ONG? Anybody know what's ONG? Oh, oil and gas. Okay, thanks. Okay, all right. Yeah, I was thinking. Okay, so he's an oil and gas engineer. He seems that his passion lie in investing and creating a more balanced and comfortable life for himself, where he can control that his outcome and not by his employee, where typically most interests are not exactly aligned. Now he says that he's actually stationed in a rig, so that makes him an oil and gas engineer, right? Most of the time. So I'm consider myself as a medium to long term trader. I don't try to beat the market in the short term. Most of my pick are based on some blogs, newspaper, and financial magazines. Have you heard of this Dali person? Okay, we will talk about him a bit later in here. Also, I have attended a paid seminar and using RSI MACD breakout. Okay, and he says that he has some success lately and trying out some local trading system promoted by others. Of course, he did say that he won't mention any names. He's currently having 15 stocks in his online trading account, and he also said that he hoped to open an account with us here in Jupiter in here. Thank you for your support, whoever wrote this. And what he want to say, he want to learn to trade better and focus on fewer shares. Definitely he's getting it right. And throughout the past 3 years, he have seen a return of 15 to 20% per annum. Congratulations, that seems to be good. I've seen a lot of people okay, Po Huat, yes, of course, that's my stock pick 7088. I will do that, Linda. Po Huat.